Hi, I'm Dave Isbell, the Alumni Career Service Coordinator at Michigan State University, and this is Lisa Parker, the Director of Alumni Career and Business Services. I always mess that up.
You do always miss
Every
that.
time.
You can just call me Lisa.
This is Lisa.
Thank you.
But we, a while ago, decided to just have candid conversations. They're not scripted, and we just kind of pick topics because we just kind of want to let you into kind of our thoughts. So we were kind of talking before this session about family members who kind of get in your business when you're in a job search. And so we were kind of thinking about maybe setting some boundaries around that. So we thought we'd toss around some ideas, and hopefully this will give you something good to think about. So I'll just toss this over to you, Lisa.
Yeah, boy, we get this call really from all angles. We hear this complaint, and it is kind of a complaint when it comes in from recent grads or soon-to-be grads whose parents are wanting to hear about those job search prospects. We hear it from more experienced individuals, families who are feeling like they have to report on their job search progress to their parents, to their spouses, sometimes even to their children, depending on how old their children are. And so really we want to drill down on why that happens. Why do these friends and family members get into our business? Oftentimes it can have a lot to do with the signals that we're putting off, or the fact that we haven't really clarified how these individuals who care about us can be of help. So if you're talking to a recent grad who feels like their parents are just getting too deep into their search, what do you tell them? What's your thought?
Well, I mean, first you have to acknowledge that there's kind of some grief and loss in transition. So when you graduate, you're done with being a student. You know, if you got laid off, you're done in that role. So there's some grief that you kind of have to go through, and there's a lot of fear in that. And your identity shifts. Your role is different now because you're no longer a student. You're no longer an employee, whatever. But you are still son, daughter, mother, father, whatever. And there's a lot of anxiety around this for everybody involved. So the thing that I try to first do is help people to kind of pause around that and kind of process that it's a change. And then kind of collect their thoughts around, okay, what is it that they're trying to accomplish? So they can kind of, so they can tell their friends and family members, hey, this is what I'm trying to do now. They can be clear. And then the next thing is, like, if you're in that student role, what I always tell the students is, okay, especially if you're going home to live with the folks, you have to respect their rules. You go back into that role of mom and dad now. And if you start fighting against the curfews and all those kind of things, it's just going to make your life miserable. So the other thing is engage with them as your partners. So they're going to see you as son or daughter, but if you engage them as partners by kind of saying, hey, here's my message, here's what I'm trying to accomplish, here's my thoughts. Do you have any ideas about who I should go talk to, or kind of enlist them in that? Don't kind of ask them for advice, because then if you don't follow up, then you got a whole other problem. Mm-hmm. But if you enlist them and you're strategic about it, and have them kind of looking out there for ideas that relate to what it is you're trying to do, you've got partners and allies instead of these, the friction points that happen so often.
And you've got to be sure you want those ideas. Because if you don't want them, don't ask for them.
Right, exactly.
But for me, it comes down to signals. I experience two different types of job seekers. The negative, this isn't happening, nobody's calling me back, what have you. If you're negative around me and you're showing signs that you're having trouble, I'm going to want to try to help you, because that's the personality I have. Mm-hmm. That would be doubly so if you were my child or you were my spouse. So if you don't want me in the weeds with you, don't take me to the negative spot. Yes. And I think the second is the absolute shutdown. Mm-hmm. If I can see that you're stressed, if I can see that you're withdrawing, if I'm wondering if you're really doing something, now maybe you are, but if I'm actually wondering it, when people are saying things to you, why aren't you doing anything with your job search? I do think it would be valuable for you to stop a minute and ask them, why do you think I'm not doing anything with your job search? And it really has to have a question mark at the end of that sentence instead of being why do you think I'm not doing anything? Because why do they think it? Is there something that you're putting off? Are you in shutdown mode? Are you isolating yourself? And maybe they can see this in you, and them telling you is actually going to help you.
Well, that's especially important to bring up when you're dealing with the older crowd, the
Yeah.
40-plus crowd especially, because a big part of that person's identity has been lost if they suffered a job loss, or if they're trying to switch a job loss. And everybody's coming at them. There's more concern because now they've got a mortgage. They don't have folks to go lay on the couch or something like that a lot of times. And it's a big, big shift, and everybody's coming at them, and society says, oh, you're not worth anything, you don't have a job. And so what happens is they throw themselves into job seeker role, and it's very important to not be seen as a job seeker. You need to pull back and again, clarify your message and be the professional that you are. Be the engineer or the social worker or the nurse or whatever the heck you come out of. Be that. And make sure that your family, who only knows you as mom or dad or uncle or cousin or whatever, make sure they know what your occupation is about, what you're trying to accomplish, and set some parameters around that. That's going to be able to help you to enlist them and help them to see you as the professional instead of the unemployed brother-in-law.
I love the word enlist. So give these people who want to help you a job of some sort, a job that you're comfortable with, a function in your job search, whether it's scouting for information and leads, whether it's helping to grease the wheel for a conversation, whether it's giving you ideas for a networking event, or taking you out to the gym so you stay active. Whatever it is, give them a job. If they feel like they've got something to do, they will calm down. They won't be hitting you with the types of stuff that's not helpful to you, and everybody's going to be happier in the process.
That's right.
So watch your signals. Be aware that of what your strategy is. Be thankful for the people you have in your world who do want to be a part of your search and help you. And just be aware their level of involvement is likely as extensive as what you've given them permission to have. So.
It's good. It's good stuff. So thank you for being with us today. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you have a great day.